welcome to IP Study Video Lectures. Today we will discuss the first chapter of Grade 6 English Grammar and we will explore the topic sentences. Now, sentences. While you listen to this word, what comes first in your mind? Very good. Group of words. Do you know how to identify a sentence? Very good. A group of words which makes the complete sense, or a sentence is a group of words which has a complete meaning. They help us to understand what is written or what do we speak. It helps us to read, write, listen and speak. You use sentences every day. You speak with your friends, you use sentences for it. You write in your notebooks, you use sentences for it. You read sentences in different books. So this is a very important chapter and you will understand how to define what a sentence is. You will be able to explain assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences and exclamatory sentences. You will develop assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences and exclamatory sentences. So before this lesson ends, we will be able to define what is a sentence, explain the different kinds of sentences. Before we go further, we should understand that a sentence should have a complete meaning. They always start with a capital letter and they always end with a punctuation mark. These punctuation marks can be a full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark. It depends on what kind of a sentence we are referring to. Now let's read the following examples. We need to discuss a few matters. This is an example of an assertive sentence. Let us begin with the discipline issue. This is an imperative sentence. That's a great idea. This is an exclamatory sentence. A sentence is a group of words which makes complete sense. That means a group of words which has meaning, and can be understandable. That is called a sentence. Now let's look at the following sentence as well. Nest predators, birds there protect from. Are these group of words making any sense? That's right, they're not making any sense. So we cannot call it a sentence. Sentences always start with a capital letter and end with a punctuation mark. Birds protect their nests from predators. Are these making any sense? Yes, this is a meaningful sentence and this can be identified as a sentence. Now, different kinds of sentences. The sentences can be a statement, a question, a command, or an exclamation. That means they can express a strong idea or emotion. There are 4 kinds of sentences: assertive sentences, imperative sentences, questions, and exclamatory sentences. We will study each of these kinds in detail. Let's read the following examples. I always speak the truth. Have you switched on the light? Please pass me the book. What a beautiful picture. All of these are sentences. Why? Very good. Because they all have a complete meaning. They can all be understandable and they make sense. They're starting with a capital letter and ending with a punctuation mark. Now, what is the difference that we observe in each of these sentences? These are different kinds of sentences. The first sentence, I always speak the truth, is an assertive sentence because it is stating something. It is telling us, I always speak the truth. It is telling us, what do I do? Have you switched on the light? Now this is a question. Somebody is asking a question. So this is an interrogative sentence. Please pass me the book. please pass me the book, is like a command or a request to do something. So this is an example of an imperative sentence. What a beautiful picture. This is expressing a strong feeling or a strong emotion. So this is called an exclamatory sentence. Let's read all of these kinds in detail now. Assertive sentences. The moon goes around. She is a good dancer. Now these two sentences are stating. They are stating the fact, the truth, and telling us something about the person. So they are stating. These kind of sentences are assertive sentences. The moon goes around. She is a good dancer. I am a teacher. You are a student. All of these are an example of assertive sentences. Interrogative sentences. These can also be called questions. That means the sentences which are asked in a question form. For example, where are you going? May I come in? So these two sentences are asking something. Where are you going? What are you doing? May I come in? Can I do this work? So all of these sentences are asking or seeking permission. So they are called questions or interrogative sentences. Imperative sentences. Turn off the lights. Have some water. Pass me the book. All of these sentences are stating a certain command or a request or an advice, like turn off the lights. It's a command. Have some water. It's a suggestion or a request. So all of these sentences which are like a command, like an order or a request, they are called imperative sentences. Exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences expresses strong emotion, feelings and desire, like what a beautiful picture. How clever he is. What a surprise. These are called exclamatory sentences. They exclaim and explain the strong emotion and the strong desire. Now, did you observe all of these sentences were ending with a punctuation mark? Assertive sentences and imperative sentences, they end with a full stop. But interrogative sentences, these are questions. So they always end with a very good, a question mark. Exclamatory sentences, they exclaim, they express strong feeling and desire. Hence, they end with an exclamation mark like this. Like this. So, assertive sentences are also called declarative sentences. They end with a full stop. Interrogative sentences are also called questions. They end with a question mark. Commands can also be called imperative sentences, and they usually end with a full stop. Exclamations can also be called exclamatory sentences, and they end with an exclamation mark. We often use imperative sentences to give an order, like pass me the book. Imperative sentences can also be used to give advice. For example, watch out. The stairs are slippery. They're also used to make an offer. Have an ice cream. They're also used to make a wish for someone. May your dreams come true. They're also used to warn somebody, like beware of the dog. To give instruction, heat the milk first. So, imperative sentences are used to give an order, to give advice, to warn somebody, to make an offer, to give instruction, and even to make a wish for someone. So, all of these sentences are called imperative sentences. The sentences which we state as a general truth or a habitual action, they're called assertive sentences or their other name is declarative sentences. So that was all about sentences. Please remember, a group of words which makes the complete sense is called a sentence. There are 4 types of sentences: assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Each of these sentences have their unique characteristics and you can identify them now as we have covered this in the chapter. Always remember that sentences start with a capital letter and always end with a punctuation mark. Assertive sentences and imperative sentences, they end with a full stop. Interrogative sentences, they end with a question mark. And exclamatory sentences, they end with an exclamation mark. Keep revising sentences in your day-to-day conversation and stay tuned for our next video lecture. Thank you so much.